Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer as a Lifestyle. So once we are diagnosed with cancer, it seems that our whole lives are spent in the doctor's office. We do a lot of waiting in the waiting room. We do a lot of testing, a lot of screening, and sometimes it can become very tiresome in having to do this now for, oh my goodness, I think about 10 years. I have gone every 3 months like clockwork for all of my screenings. I've had to do a PET scan, which I actually don't mind a PET scan, but my insurance no longer will cover it, so I've had to resort to going to a CT scan, which I have to drink that awful contrast. It always upsets my stomach. I hate doing it. I just hate it, but my insurance will no longer pay for a PET scan, so I have to go do the CT scan, which I hate. And once a year I also go and do a mammogram, and I do a colonoscopy, which I have not had yet since I am 53 and a half already, and I still haven't had one. I was scheduled for one earlier in the year, but to my son, who was going to be the one who takes you home, because you need someone who can drive you home, you can't drive yourself. He ended up having an emergency appendicitis at that time, and there was no one else available, so we had to reschedule. Now, it takes, I don't know about your doctor or your hospital, but actually the waiting list for a colonoscopy at my hospital is like 6 or more months. So, and you don't get to choose whatever days they give you, that's what they give you. So yeah, so for me, going to doctors, it also kind of is not only it's also inconvenient at times because of the fact that I don't want to be using all my vacation time going to the doctor, taking off, because I work on second shift, so I only have my mornings. So that means all of my appointments are very early in the morning. You have to get up in the morning early, get out there, hurry back so you can make it to work on time. Now, I am lucky and blessed to have only be going twice a year now. So that's something that changed since the last treatment. So yeah, it used to be every 3 months. Oh my goodness. I also go to the GP, and I get my biometric screening. I get my all the good things about you got to lose weight, you got to do this, and it's never a positive thing when you go to your GP. But all of these things are necessary because I know that I need to keep abreast of anything that comes up with my health. So I take notice of my body and what it actually what is going on. So if I don't feel well, I lay down. If I'm tired or not feeling, I really notice all of these things, and I make sure I point it out to my doctors when I go to my appointment. Or if it's something that is persistent, I definitely will schedule and go. I no longer wait anymore and brush it off like I did in the past. And okay, so here's your preventive care. You keep in all your appointments. You'd be surprised how many people I have run into that once their treatment is done, they do not go back to their doctor. Now, last year, I think a coworker of ours, her cancer ended up coming back. And I think we've had it, the first time I was diagnosed was in 2007, and so was she. And since then, she has never gone back for any kind of pre-screening or anything afterwards. Nothing. So it actually spread. It came back. It went even more to other places. And I just could not believe what she was telling me. And I could not even believe that her oncologist did not call her or try to get hold of her. Because let me tell you, if I miss an appointment, my doctor, my oncologist, she calls me right away like, what is going on? Why did you miss? Are you not feeling well? I mean, her office is like on it. Like, we need to reschedule. You need to be here. So I kind of question also the kind of doctor she had, if they did not, or maybe they did call and she just brushed it off. But there are a lot of people who just stop all kinds of doctor visits after their treatment ends and they're in remission. They think that they're good to go. Well, you're not good to go. You need to keep abreast of this. You need to make sure that you participate in preventive care so you can catch it early if it comes back. So another thing that I have started also has been my vitamin intake. I've noticed that, I have a lot of long-lasting side effects. The chemo and the radiation has affected other parts of my bodies. It kills the cancer, but it also affects your other parts, your other organs, so for me, I started taking vitamins, and I take quite a bit of different vitamins, but you know what? They have helped me a lot, and I've noticed a difference. Now, the one thing that I am constantly fighting is fatigue, so this is another reason why um, I keep taking vitamins, is because of that. Now, this third thing in preventive medicine that I do is it has a lot to do with my daughter, because it's actually all of my daughter's idea and her suggestion, her way of living. She is a vegetarian, so she has the one that has really pushed this, that we eat healthy, that we eat our vegetables, we eat our fruits, and just stay away from anything greasy and sugars and fried, and all of that has changed. My whole way of eating has changed. Now I still binge because I'm just a glutton in that way, but I don't binge on a daily basis. I don't eat junk food on a daily basis, and when I do, believe me, I pay for it, because my body has gotten used to being healthier and cleansed out of any of these toxins. Now, so why would eating and taking your vitamins and be of any, like, that's going to keep your cancer away? No, probably not. But what that will do is strengthen your body. So when your cancer does come back, I am in a stronger, better, healthier form to handle it. Okay, I'm not in a weakened state. Another thing we have to constantly build up is our immune system. It really affects our immune system, the chemotherapy and radiation, and that is something that we constantly have to work at. We're constantly flushing out toxins, and it's very important to keep our bodies nice and strong. Now, I should be exercising and doing all that. I hate exercise. I hate exercise. I have done different things, and let me tell you, this is why I'm fat, okay? Because I hate exercise. I hate jumping around, doing aerobics and kickboxing and all of that crap, okay? Look, I am too old and too fat to be doing any of that. But I have started, and I like stretchings, and I do like basic calisthenics that I sometimes do for stretching. I like to walk. I do a lot of walking at work, and I actually noticed that when I am at home, I am I'm not as mobile as I am at work. And I think that's because I am constantly on my feet, and I'm moving, and when you're at home, you're sitting more, and you're not in that state of mobility that you are at work. And at work you use stairs, you're just more mobile in general. So these are just some of the things that I do in preventive medicine to keep my body strong and healthy as much as possible. Now, I could be losing some weight, and that is something that I need to do and address. So, it's just really difficult for me. I know I lack that. I think I lack the control. I was listening once on the radio of a woman who lost so much weight, I think over 200 pounds, and I think she said that she ended up eating the sawdust diet. And that's a diet where it's just like you're eating sawdust. There's no flavor, there's no nothing. But that's what she had to do to lose weight. She had to give up everything. And I don't know if I'm willing to give up everything. I'm too selfish and too gluttony. But I do know that that's something else that I need to work on to help. To help my body keep stronger, to be even stronger than what it is inside. Now, I think it would also help with my arthritis if I was lighter. But like I said, this is a work in progress. I'm going to be 54 soon, and and it's getting harder and tougher. So these are just some suggestions on what I do and the importance of preventive care, especially with the doctor visits. And I cannot stress that enough, that we need to continue going. And I think we brush off signs and symptoms like they're nothing. But if you ask anyone who's been diagnosed with cancer or any kind of disease, it's not something major that sticks out that made them go back to the doctor, or It's just something very minor that just kept persisting over and over again. So it's these minor things that are very important, and we need to keep them. So I think just going to your doctor once a year, you know, I think we can all do that. And if you notice, a lot of insurance now also have something extra where they call preventive care or well-being, or they call it rally, or they call it a lot of these different names. And that's just about as an incentive. They give us, they might give us money to spend on our medical, towards our medical bills and all. If we go, like my insurance, for instance, if I go get a mammogram, it's worth so much money that, you know, if I go to the doctor, they just deduct it from the bill. Same thing with colonoscopy or biometric screening and all. So a lot of insurance, you know, they offer these programs that you can join where you can work towards earning some extra money to pay some of these deductible bills that you have. And that's automatically taken care of without you even having to fill out forms. So these are just little incentives, you know, that they even offer, and they call that preventive care. So I hope this is useful for someone. And thank you so much for watching. And hit the subscribe button, please, if you haven't. And thumbs up if you enjoy the video. And thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day, everyone.